the summer of 2018, India woke up to one of the most chilling crime stories in its modern history. A story that shook not just a neighborhood, but the entire nation. A story of a family that vanished overnight, only for the horrifying truth to emerge the very next morning. The Bhatia family of Burari, Delhi. In Delhi's quiet neighborhood of Burari, the Bhatia family was well known. They owned a small grocery store, lived together under one roof, and appeared to be a close-knit, happy household. 11 members of the family lived in that house: grandmother, children, and even newlyweds. Neighbors described them as polite, religious, and hard-working. There were never any visible signs of conflict, but behind those walls, something terrifying was unfolding. The morning of July 1st. On July 1st, 2018, around 7 a.m., a neighbor noticed that the Bhatia family's shop hadn't opened. This was unusual. They never missed opening on time. Curious, the neighbor went to their house. What he saw through the window made his blood run cold. 10 members of the family were hanging from the ceiling of an iron grill in the hallway. Hands tied, mouths taped, eyes covered. Their bodies were eerily aligned, as if placed with precision. The 11th member, the grandmother, was found in another room, lifeless on the floor. It looked like a mass suicide, but nothing about the scene felt normal. The investigation, when police entered the house, they discovered handwritten notes, dozens of them. These diaries detailed bizarre rituals, prayers, and instructions for attaining salvation. The writings suggested that the family believed in achieving moksha, freedom of the soul, through a process called Bad Tapasya, which involved hanging in a specific manner. The notes mentioned that the youngest son, Lalit, was receiving instructions from his deceased father's spirit, guiding the family on how to free themselves. The chilling part? The notes matched exactly how the bodies were found. Theories and questions. Was this mass suicide, or was it something darker? Some investigators believed it was a case of shared psychosis, where one dominant figure controls the entire family's mind. Others insisted that there might have been foul play, because how could 11 people willingly agree to end their lives in such a synchronized, ritualistic manner? Neighbors swore the family seemed normal just hours before. They had even ordered food for the next day. No one could believe that behind their smiles they were preparing for such a horrifying act. The aftermath. The story of the Burari deaths spread across India like wildfire. News channels ran it for weeks, and even today people shiver at the mention of it. The house remains locked, abandoned, and avoided by locals who claim to hear whispers and strange noises at night. To this day, the Burari case is remembered as the vanished family, because they didn't just disappear from life, they left behind a mystery that still haunts the nation.